You'll know on any given day how much you'll have in your bank account by using this method right here. Welcome back, my credit fiends. Today we're going to be learning all about budgeting with Google Sheets. You can see I have the laptop here, so I'm going to be going step by step on how you can go ahead and create yourself a nice budget little template or budget sheet, so that way you guys can go ahead and follow this. Now, this is the best way to go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of a budget sheet. I'm aware that there are other apps that can go ahead and budget things out for you and tell you about your bills and give you reminders and all that. That's cool and all, but like, I like to see whether, on this specific day, how much I'm going to have in my bank account if I do X, Y, and Z. If I want to plan something, or if I need to buy something in a month, 3 months, or 6 months, I want to be able to enter that and see either whether I'm going to be negative on any other type of days, so that way I need to make more money, or whether I can do stuff and I'm going to have extra money left over. Because if you didn't know, sometimes certain months have extra pay periods within them because there's like an extra week in it than the other week. Sometimes you might get paid a third time in certain months, depending on how long that month is or how it falls out with you getting paid bi-weekly. Now, if you get paid weekly, then hey, you just get paid weekly. But for my people, especially that get paid bi-weekly, you'll notice that your monthly amount can change depending on the month. So you might have a little bit of extra money left over when you do the bills this way and you do your budgeting this way versus the other way when you're just saying, oh, I make this amount and flat out and my bills have to equal this and that's what I have left over. No, if you do it this way, I promise you, you'll find ways to squeeze out money than you would have never found before. And then also it'll tell you exactly to a T how much money you're going to have on any given day. Now, obviously, it just depends on if you're going to work and you have a steady job and you know you're going to get that certain amount on that specific day and nothing changes with that, then of course, because we can't all predict the future. But if you know exactly how much you're going to get paid, then you'll know on any given day how much you'll have in your bank account by using this method right here. Now, this is how you're going to go ahead and create your free budget spreadsheet on Google Sheets versus Excel. Now, obviously, it's going to be about the same thing, so you can use the same thing and bring it over to Excel if you want to. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. Right here, you can see that I do have my Google spreadsheet already pulled up and there's already writing on it. All I did was go ahead and name the columns for you guys so that way you know exactly what to name them. Now, if you like things centered, you can go ahead and highlight that and you can click the center right there, because I like things to be centered sometimes. It's got to be neat and tidy. Now, you're going to place the date in here. So starting with today's date, today is April 9th. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 4/9/25. Boom. Now, all you have to do is just drag this down. Now, we can bring this all the way out to a little bit past May. I'm not going to do it too far to bore you guys, but you'll get the point of this and you can do it on your own. You're going to have to make your own anyways. Now, description is going to be what this bill or whatever it is called. So if I know that I'm getting paid on 4/20, I can say that I'm going to get my check and I can put that. And then the next 7 days, if I get paid weekly, I can put my check. Okay. And then if on this day, I know I have this phone bill due on that day. And on the 24th, let's say I have another bill like, let's say the lights or something, light bill. Okay. Therefore, now all we have to do is put in how much it is. So if I know every week I'm going to get paid $500, I can go ahead and put $500 right there. I know the light bill is going to be like, let's say 120. So we'll put negative here. Make sure you're aware of that negative. And then these are positive because that's money's coming in. And then for the phone bill, we're going to go ahead and put in how much your phone bill is. So if your phone bill, let's say it was $90, it's just you. Phone bill is $90. I wish. You can come up here and click that and you can center it if you would like to. If you like everything to be centered. That's how I kind of like my stuff to be centered on. You feel me? So we're just going to go ahead and center that. And we can go ahead and center these as well before we even get into that, just so they have that formatting. This is where people get a little bit confused, and that is in the formulas. Now, all you're going to have to do is go ahead and click insert, and you will see right here that they have the formulas here. Now, they're called functions on here, but they are formulas. And what you're going to do is the first one you're going to start off with, obviously, you're going to have this amount, certain amount of money in your bank account today. So you're going to put whatever that amount is right up at the top. So you're gonna put in the amount left, 200, and you're gonna put however much you had in your bank account, 200. So let's say I had this in my bank right now, starting out today. Now, right here is where I'm going to begin my formula. That's where I want whatever the formula equals to begin. So it's going to start right here. So I'm going to click this box right here and I'm going to click insert. I'm going to go down to function and it's going to be a sum function or formula, however you want to say it. Sum is obviously addition. So it's just very simple, but it seems complicated. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add whatever you had previously in the last day left over, comma, whatever is in the next day that is going to happen. So you would click this box right next to where you're having it equals because this is the next day, okay? And you're going to click enter. And then it's going to autofill everything for you. And if it doesn't autofill for you, all you have to do is click this and drag it all the way down. It'll go ahead and populate everything for you just like we did with the date. That's the cool thing about this. It saves a lot of time. So now you know today in your bank account you have $200 and obviously you have $200 left at the end of the day. After you paid your phone bill on 4/14, you had 110 left on this day. Okay, see how it's showing you on this day? So don't get confused and try to subtract this from this. It's not doing that. It's saying you had this yesterday. Now we have to pay this today. How much do you have left today? And then it just goes down. So then you would get your check on 4/20 and it would add $500 to whatever you have that day. Now in action, this is where I would like to come in here and put that I paid something because obviously this is automatic and it doesn't tell you whether you paid something or not. So once I get to that day and I know that I paid it, I'll just go ahead and reflect that I paid it. Now, if this ends up getting skipped for whatever reason, or you end up getting behind, you can go in here and you can click, okay, I didn't pay this, but I need to go ahead and go back and make sure that I pay this. Now, obviously you're gonna have a higher number in here because you didn't pay your bill. So you know that you have an extra amount. So like, let's say you had 700 in there, you would know, hey, I didn't pay this phone bill right here. And you can go back and look and say, hey, that's why I have 700 in my bank account because I forgot to pay the bill. So that's why we put the action right there. And this is as easy as it looks. All you have to do for the future is just continue dragging these bars down and it'll literally populate everything for you once again. So if you know on this day, you're getting a check, you're going to get paid again, $500. It's going to add it for you. If you have rent now this day, boom, and your rent is negative $1,400. You know, after you pay your rent, you have $90. Now, let's say, what if you want this to tell you, hey, when I get to a certain level in my bank account, or if I go negative, then I want to be known. I want this to tell me that I'm going negative. What you're going to do is click column D, wherever you have your amount left at, and you're going to go to format. Then once you hit format, you're going to go to conditional formatting. So this is going to apply to everything that's in column D. And what you're going to do is you're going to put if it is less than, let's say, $20 or $0 really, because you want to know whether you're going to be negative. But you can do it like, hey, I want it to turn orange if it's less than $20, so I know I'm getting low in my bank account during this period. But we're going to put this, and then you can do that if you want to. If it's less than $0 in this column, then I want it to turn red. Okay, I want it to fill with red. And then you hit done. Now, let's say I had something else in here and I was like, oh, I have this thing that came up or something, this random bill that came up and it's $100. And let's say I was just filling out all my information, like I get paid on these days. These are the days that these bills are due, because what you would do is you would drag this down, and every day on the 13th, every day on the 10th, whatever your bills are, you're going to go ahead and populate that in there. Now, let's say one time you have this bill that comes up and it's $100. Boom. Now it's showing -10. Now, you know that before this day comes, you need to make at least $10 so that way your bank account is even, and it's going to show you that, hey, this is below zero. So it's going to make you pay attention to that. And like I said earlier, if you want this to show, if you want to add another rule, and if it's less than, like, let's say $20 or $50, and you want this to turn kind of like maybe orange to let you know, hey, you're getting close to a low balance, you can hit that and it'll put done. And then once you get, like, let's say right here, you had another bill or you had something that you wanted to get or pay for, and it was $60, boom, now it's gonna turn orange to let you know, hey, you're getting close, you're under that $50 and you're getting close to that negative point or getting close to zero, okay? And that's all I pretty much have for you guys when it comes to this budgeting sheet. This is going to allow you to go ahead and project way out in the future as to what you can and can't do, or what you want, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got going on, this is the best way, in my opinion, that you can go ahead and have access to everything, every single little detail, and see all of it and control everything, versus an app that, yes, it will give you reminders and this and that, which you can set reminders in your phone, or you can use this and this, but this gives you a lot more flexibility when you can come in there and you can change stuff, or you can see how much you're going to get paid extra in whatever month you might be in. Hey, that's all I got for you guys. If you need help with this still, go ahead and leave a comment down below, or you can DM me on X, you can DM me on Instagram, you can DM me on whatever else there is, TikTok, or you can go ahead and leave a comment down below. You can also like this video and subscribe if this really helped you, because I will always have more content coming out like this. Hey, we fiending for this credit, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.